Alright guys, it's time to do another game preview, this time between the Habs and the Oilers. So if you're new here, grab yourselves a beer and park your ass on a chair. Hey, that rhymed. We're about to discuss the last time these two teams met, their current positions in the standings, the projected lineups for tonight's game, and of course, take a look at the player statistics to see which players are most likely to kick some ass up in here. Cause, you know, that's how we do it. But first, before we begin, if you guys are a fan of hockey, please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload hockey content daily and would really enjoy if you lunatics decided to tag along for the ride. And if you would like to get in on some fun here, please try and predict the score in the comments section. And if you get it right, I'll pin your comment to the top and I'll give you a shout out in the game review for this one. Now, if you're anything like me, you already can't remember what you eat for breakfast this morning. So the thoughts of who won the last game between the Habs and the Oilers have been long gone and erased from your memory. Well, don't worry guys, Junkie has you covered. The last time these two teams met was on April the 5th, a game in which the Habs actually won in overtime by a score of 3-2. Yeah, remember now? This is the game where Eric Staal made his Habs debut and scored the game winner in overtime. Yeah, and he's basically done nothing since. Anyway, we'll save that conversation for a different day. Now, if we take a look at the standings here, the Habs are currently sitting in the final spot of the Northern Division, and the Calgary Flames are coming full speed ahead with their pitchforks out, ready to jab it up the ass of the Habs and take the fourth and final position here. The Oilers, on the other hand, are closing in on second place in the division right now, as they currently sit in third place, and they're only like 3 points away from the Jets right now. And these teams, like the Oilers and the Jets, they haven't really looked in their rearview mirror lately to see what the Habs are doing. Yeah, they still got a ways to go before they fall back to fourth. Now let's take a look at the projected lineups here for tonight's game, and we'll start things off with the Habs. The Habs forward lineup is very subject to change heading into this one. I mean, the Habs just got shut out by an Ottawa Senators team that only threw like a dozen eggs at the net the entire game. Yeah, not very impressive. So I expect the names to remain the same, but I wouldn't be surprised if we seen some line juggling. Cause you know what Dominique Ducharme is like, guys. It's like Bozo's Super Sunday show every night. There's lots of juggling. But one thing that's for sure, the Suzuki, Toffoli, and Armia line did look pretty solid Saturday against the Sens. So let's hope they can build off of this. Now, as for the defense pairings, I expect them to remain the same as we see here. Although moving forward, these are subject to change as well, as Joe Dirt and Eric Gustafsson are ready to join the party any minute now. Now let's move into the Edmonton Oilers projected lineups, and I expect these to stay the same as we see right here, as they played a pretty good game against the Winnipeg Jets. And of course, I don't need to point out the obvious here, but well, screw it, I will anyway. Look the hell out for Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. I mean, these guys were kept off the score sheet for the majority of the Oilers and Habs games this season, and believe me, they're coming for blood tonight. They are pretty anxious to try and get a couple of points in early on the struggling Habs to further their point totals. You know, these guys are just running away with it, man. It's ridiculous. Now let's take a look at the Oilers defense, and Darnell Nurse and Tyson Barrie have continued to be a force for the Oilers, and they both like to get in on the offense, so expect to see them jumping up tonight and chipping in offense anywhere they can. Okay guys, now that the lineups are out of the way, let's take a look at the statistics of both teams here, starting with the Habs. And leading the team in points for the Habs is Tyler Toffoli. He's got 21 goals, 11 assists, 32 points in 39 games. And like I said, the last two games, Toffoli has looked really good. So let's see if he can continue to play good on Suzuki's wing. Next on the list is Jeff Petrie. He's got 30 points in 42 games, but his offense has dried up pretty badly. So we're all kind of sitting around, you know, just like twiddling our thumbs, waiting for this guy to get some points again. Next on the list is Thomas Tatar. He's got 27 points in 41 games, followed by Nick Suzuki, who's also got 27 points, but in 42 games. Now let's slide these out of the way here and take a look at the Edmonton Oilers player statistics. And leading the way, holy shit, is Connor McDavid. And this guy has over 2 times as many points as the HABS scoring leader. Man, that is not something to be proud of. But he's got 71 points, 23 goals, and 48 assists in 43 games. So yeah, pretty dominant there, guys. Next on the list is Leon Draisaitl. He's got 63 points in 43 games, and this guy is a bit of a beast himself, as you know. On third on this team in points is Tyson Barrie. He's got 37 points in 43 games, followed by Darnell Nurse, who's got 28 points in 43 games as well. And Darnell Nurse has 13 goals here. Yeah, these guys are playing pretty insane. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to predict the score in the comments section. And as always, go Habs go, and good luck, Oilers!